The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
The story goes that one Shabbat, the students of the Baal Shem Tov saw him smiling from ear to ear. And they asked the rabbi why he was so happy. He said, "I'll tell you later." And on Sunday, he took his students on a trip, and they traveled to the home of a couple who were married for over 20 years without children. And he said he was able to see with his Ruach HaKodesh that this couple did something heroic that past Shabbat, and he wanted his students to hear it from them firsthand. So he knocked on the door. The couple was amazed. The great Baal Shem Tov is at our house. They couldn't believe it. "Come in, Rabbi." He came in with his students, and the Baal Shem Tov said, "Sorry to intrude on you. I want you to teach a lesson to my students. Please tell my students what you did this past Friday night on Shabbat." And the man was embarrassed. He said, "Rabbi, I don't know." "No, I'm telling you, please, we need to hear the lesson." So the man said, "We live a very simple lifestyle. We earn enough just to get by. Usually we try to save enough money during the week to have some nice food on Shabbat. This Shabbat was the first time in over 20 years that we did not have food to eat. So here we were, an older couple. Now we have no children, we have no food, and we're starting Shabbat." And he said, the one thing that we had was we were still happy because my wife and I accepted at our marriage, at our wedding day, that no matter what happens in life, we're never going to get down or depressed. We're going to accept the Ratzon Hashem. And Baruch Hashem, for 20 years, over 20 years, we were able to do it. So I told my wife, we don't have any food, but we have water. Heat up a pot of water, and we're going to have water at the Seudah. And they sat at the table, and she brought them out a bowl of hot water. The man, he said, I took the first spoonful, and I said, "Delicious. This tastes like my favorite fish. I love it. Wow, this is unreal. What a fish." And they're eating the soup. They're eating the bowl of water. And they started singing to Hashem, "Hashem, you're so kind. You gave us the greatest tasting fish." They're singing to Hashem. Then he said, "Okay, we're ready for the next course." She goes back. She gets more water. He tastes it. He said, "Oh, this tastes like my favorite chicken soup. Delicious." And we sang to Hashem again. And then we did it again, and we had dessert. And we sang to Hashem again. And Rabbi, honestly, the joy that we experienced was indescribable. We felt so close to Hashem. I still feel the effects today from that, one of the greatest Shabbats of our whole life. The Baal Shem Tov then said to this man, to this couple, he said, "The happiness that you experienced, despite the difficult tests that Hashem put you through, created such a joy in heaven. Hashem is so proud of you. He's giving you a present. Next year, you will be holding your very own baby boy, and he's going to grow up and enlighten the eyes of the Jewish people in Torah." And sure enough, a year later, they had a baby, and they named him after the Baal Shem Tov, Yisrael. And this was none other than Rabbi Yisrael from Kozhnitz, otherwise known as the Kozhnitzer Maggid. And this is a simple story of a couple accepting Ratzon Hashem again and again and again. And it got so hard, beyond imagination. They reached deep down and they accepted once again. And that was the catalyst to eventually bring the Yeshua. This is the way we have to respond to the challenges of life. Each time is so precious. Each time we're shaking the heavens with our Emunah. And the better we get at it, the easier it becomes. It happens through, again, constant reinforcement and reinforcement and reinforcement.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend.
stories to inspire.org.